We've got quite a few packages today, but this one is probably the most interesting. It's a Rubik's Cube that solves itself. So let's check it out. First things first, I'm giving away a M1 MacBook Air and the new M1 iPad Pro in my previous video, so don't forget to check that out. Linked above. Starting off today, we're using a new unboxing knife. This is the updated Slice box cutter. It's just this rectangular box thing, and it does use the ceramic blade, so sharp but won't cut you right away, although it can do some damage. Let's start up with a few boxes that I haven't opened yet. Butter. This one is from 1212, some products that I haven't had a chance to check out yet. The ActionSleeve, which makes your Apple Watch more workout friendly, I guess. Basically, if you've ever used a running band for your phone, this makes your Apple Watch into that. So you can strap it onto your bicep here so it doesn't get in the way while you work out or doing any movements with your arms. You can still track your heart rate on your bicep. The material here is waterproof and sweat proof, so if you're a sweater like I am, this is perfect. Then there's the SurfaceSnap. I believe they're made of leather. The back side is this sticky tape stuff that you peel and stick, and the front side creates these loops with a button, and you stick your cable in and it stays in place on your table. So these are nice. This is a dual one, and it comes with 2 single ones. So you can attach this onto your table, onto your wall, and just keep your cables managed in a nice and kind of sleek way with the leather finish, simple stitching there, and the nice Blackout design. Now this fun box is from Magic Spoon, the sponsor of today's episode. Healthy cereal that doesn't taste like this box. There's only one way to find out. Huge shout out to them as I finished the last batch they sent over, so this is going to be a great breakfast and snack time for me. I grew up eating a bowl of cereal every morning before heading to school to be edumacated, so comment down below if you can relate and what your favorite was. But since we're all adults now and understand we probably shouldn't have so much sugar, hence why I drink my coffee black now. But that's where Magic Spoon comes in, because they have 0 grams of sugar, 4 net grams of carbs, and 13 grams of protein in each serving. So a way healthier alternative in the morning, but also a great workout snack too if you're trying to get swole. My go-to is the frosty flavor because it actually tastes like my childhood. They've got a range of other flavors to choose from though, and they even let you build your own box of whatever your favorites are. Add to the fact that these are also keto-friendly, gluten, grain, soy, GMO-free, and low-carb too. Seriously, it's like you're eating air, but like tasty air. Anyways, if you want to try this for yourself, you can save $5 with my code ACCESSORIZE when you build your own box of your favorite flavors as well. Plus, if it ain't busting for you, they have a 100% happiness guarantee and they'll refund you. No questions asked. If you're a fan of cereal, which everyone should be, it's a no-brainer. This one is from one of my favorite bottle companies, Memobottle. I requested a few goodies from them because I've got a really cool theme coming up that involves these. A pink and blue one, it's gonna be a fun one, so keep an eye out for these. These are their new silicone sleeves for the A7 Memobottle. They have it for all their sizes. This is your standard A7 bottle, really tiny, fits in the hand. You can add one of these to make it kind of colorful, yours, personal, and gives it some grip and also covers up what's inside. This one is a big one, but a pretty cool one. Inside, they're posters, but really, really cool ones. They're made by a company called Grid, which you can kind of see there, and they have a wax seal as well, which is really cool. Opening that up, yes. Look at that. If you were born prior to the year like 2000, you'll instantly recognize this, and satisfying peel. Anyways, ignore the extra plastic around the edges, but holy cow. It is an exploded view of a BlackBerry. So if you know, you know. Yes, we used to type on physical keyboards. Wow. You got the infamous trackball there as well. Tiny screen, leather back shell. So they basically take these old devices and they make it into art, and it's just pure nostalgia feels. But this next one, sliced ceramic knife coming in clutch with all this tape. Very nicely packaged. Bam. This one is a real if you know, you know. This is the Nokia E71. This was my first ever smartphone. So the fact that they even had this was pretty exciting. look at it. This is a marvel to appreciate. Again, one of my first phones did also have a keyboard, but just looking at this brings back so many memories. So this is definitely going on my wall. Man, I didn't think I'd ever own an E71 ever again, but here we are. And the frames are really nice too. It's this black, like squared out frame. Wood, gives you a hanging option in the back. Standard poster stuff. I do like they have that screen protector, so oh boy, this is exciting. Oh, I featured plenty of Manscaped gear in the past. Basically gear for down under, but they just released a new kit, the Ultra Smooth package, so let's unbox it for the first time. So basically they broke it down to 3 steps. You clean yourself, you lube yourself, and then it's showtime. Step 1 is their crop exfoliator. Basically clean what you want to shave first to help reduce any future problems after you shave. Then step 2 is the crop gel, a transparent shaving gel, so, well, you can see what you're actually shaving. And lastly, their new crop shaver. Unlike their electric lawnmower shaver, this goes old school, but upgraded. It's got 3 blades and quite wide lubricating strips. It says here it's vegan friendly, sulfate and paraben free, so you can feel good using these products. Plus a convenient carrying case too, which is much appreciated, as that's probably the worst part about traveling with a razor. Anyway, since I've partnered with them in the past already, you can save 20% off with my code MAIL20. Links down below. All right, whenever I receive blue packaging like this, you already know it's a new fidget toy. This one's really exciting because it's got almost every aspect of fidget that I love all in one. Let's pop it open. Look at this beauty. Now at first glance, you probably wouldn't recognize what it does, but I got the matte Zerk textured one. It's a lot going on here. First, you have this round disc. Then you have this part that spins out as well. So if you ever had an old school flip phone, this kind of mimics that design. You flip open, take a call. If y'all know, you'll know. So that spins open. And then the best part is this. So it also slides, spins, and then this is a coin as well. Wow. I love it more than I thought I would, and I already can't stop playing with it. I got it on the EDCLOONG group, so if you want to check them out, you got to join the Facebook group, get in on those drops, or get on the secondhand market. They have a BST, so buy, sell, trade post. There'll be people letting go of theirs. This is the Zerk Blasted, I believe. Definitely not letting go of this one. On the topic of fidgets, another one from the EDCLOONG group. This one was very interesting to me because it is a spinner mainly, but on the outside it has a ratcheting. So what you can do is you can actually rub it like a tire and it'll get that same fidget noise, or you can just use it as a... It also kind of reminds me of a Beyblade, which is why I kind of really like the design if you ever grew up on Beyblades. A lot of these items are just nostalgic today, but yeah, this one's fun. Not a lot of other fidget toys, but I did get a package from Urban EDC Supply. Probably my favorite place to buy really unique and specialty EDC items that you wouldn't find anywhere else. These two are from T&P, Tactical and Portable. This one is the pry bar, almost like this one-piece pry bar. Really nice. I love the flat design on the bottom. Just makes it much nicer to hold. You have that pry on the end there. Great to scrape things, pry things, open things, and it does have a really, really sturdy belt clip as well, screwed in. Hole in the side here so you can attach onto your keychain. Really simple, and sometimes some people are looking for that, and this kind of fits the bill there. This next one is a utility blade. It has that pry, screwdriver, bottle opener, that really cute factor almost, to a really cool dog tag looking factor to it as well. This one you squeeze and you pull open a knife in it. So this is a box cutter, nice to always have on you just in case. Locks in and doesn't come out on its own, but got that sturdy and pretty thick pry at the end there. Keychain hole, so you can carry it with you really easily. It comes in a few different colorways and designs. This one is just the all titanium, I believe. I may or may not have a titanium collection coming up, so that's why I picked these up. Urban EDC Supply, if you're interested in all things EDC, check them out. They may not be the cheapest, but they are definitely some of the best gear you can find around for EDC. This is a really unique one I picked up from my fellow EDC lover on Facebook in one of the Facebook groups. This is from Atwood. This attaches onto your watch or band or anything, and it has a bunch of tools that are built right into it. Hex bit holder, it's got a flathead, bottle opener, and a bunch of wrench options there. Just a solid piece. It's so simple, yet if you had it on you, just in case, like on your watch or something, it doesn't hurt to have, and it takes up no space. And it's these like really small, interesting things that really catch my attention, and this will definitely be going into a future episode. All right, cereal break. This next one is actually what I'm wearing. It's handmade from a local Torontonian, John Kang, and his brand KOHNJANG. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but this is his Blackout hoodie. At first glance, it's nothing special. It's an all Blackout hoodie, but it's all the cuts and like seams that just work perfectly, and you kind of have to wear it before you can judge the fact that it's so simple. For one, I think the best part is no hoodie strings. And if you've watched my previous episodes, you know I hate them. He substitutes it with a button. It's a button that when you lock in, has the same effect of drawstrings, which at least doesn't get in the way, and it's a super simple design. And this hoodie here is so thick and nice and comfy, just all over. It's oversized in the right places, upper chest area, arms, but then it tightens up around the wrist, which is really comfy, and around the waist as well. He uses heavyweight cotton fleece and heavyweight ribbing, so it actually feels like a really soft and heavy and nice hoodie that you're paying for quality. And it may not be the cheapest hoodie out there, but it is handmade and from a local Torontonian. I'm happy to support them. So check them out and his designs. I think it's only the Blackout hoodie right now, and the link's down below. Next up, I got a whole package from Matador, which one of my favorite brands for outdoor, lightweight, just in case stuff to have on you. So I won't go through everything, but I will highlight some of my favorites. This is the Ultralight travel towel. So it's a whole towel fit inside this little package. Kind of just looks like a mini sleeping bag. Checking it out when you're out and about. Always nice to have a towel on you. If you're a sweater like I am, that's always good to have as well. But yeah, this whole thing fit inside this. They've got the mini pocket blanket, which I've shown before. Their pocket blankets are one of my favorite. They even have the new pocket blanket design here. This is the bigger version. This is the mini one. So if you want one person or multi-person, they've got options there. All black, of course. This is the Ultralight travel towel. So unlike the other one, this is pretty big and can cover your whole body. This is a bigger, lightweight version of that. This is the ultimate form of that towel though. This is the Packable towel poncho. So it transforms into a poncho that you can wear. So if you're at the beach or something, you want to stay dry or get dry, you can actually just wear this, the hoodie on it, dry up, and also cover up if you want to get a little chilly or something. Then just some other small things, zip ties that are reusable, so it locks into place and you tighten things down. And this one is for a little more heavy duty gear. It's got 2 meters worth, and the straps are a little thicker here, and it comes in a pack of 2. Great for when you're traveling and want to keep things tied into your bag or on you. These are reusable and actually look pretty cool. I've shown this fidget toy off previously, but this one is their new mini version from Sleek Life Design, whereas previously I showcased this one made of all metal. It's a little taller in size, a little thicker in size, a little heavier, but it feels nice because of the all metal design. But this one actually has a rubber coating on it, so honestly, just as nice, extra grippy, and it's smaller, so it fits into more hands, lighter because just the lack of metal on this one. Comes in a few different colors. They sent the orange and the black. I've got the black on my table that I'm been using quite a bit because it's kind of just fun to roll in your hand. So these are the new mini designs. Now for a few pieces of tech that got sent over. This is Nomad's new mini base station, wireless charging station that, of course, it's got that build quality with the leather padding, which is super nice. Aluminum body build, plugs in with USB-C, got an LED light for indicator, and the rubber base, so doesn't slide around. Pair that with their power adapter because it doesn't come with one, it just comes with a cable, but pair with their new 20-watt USB-C charging brick, which is tiny, honestly, in USB-C. Pair these two together, you have a full charging station that takes up little to no space that actually looks good on your table. This package was sent over from GOVEE. They're light strips that are smart. Works with Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. So taking a look inside, the back sides are lined with 3M tape, so you can tape it onto your wall, your desk, your fridge, your kitchen, wherever you want. And then it's got a controller for power, brightness, color changing, and of course the power brick with a really long cable so you're able to kind of plug it wherever you want. I've actually never used light strips, but you can kind of see the color effects you can achieve there. So I'm pretty excited to spice up my setup. For anyone interested in Rubik's Cubes but has no idea how to solve them, this might be for you. The best part about the HEYKUBE is right out of the box, you can start twisting it and mixing it up, and it will actually teach you right away how to solve it like this. No app required, no other accessories required. It's got these LEDs built into every square. So this is telling me to spin it counterclockwise, spin it, and you just keep going until it's solved, which is pretty cool for anyone who ever gets frustrated trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. This literally tells you step by step how to solve it. A great gift for someone who's interested in this kind of thing or likes puzzles, but also just for anyone who's infuriated by the fact that they've never solved a cube. This one is another from Nomad, their new titanium band, which looks super sleek because I've actually been wearing it for a while now. The beauty of this is it uses this clasp system, which I'm a fan of metal bands, but I hate when they're fully looped. I'm not a watch guy, but I do love that this is just magnetic and it actually comes off fairly easily. I had to remove a few links, which they do include the tools to do. So here are the extras there, and they do include extras. So if your arms are bigger, you can actually add on links as a beauty, simply because it's got that blackout look. Must have if you're a titanium blackout fan. So Tribit sent over some more audio gear. This is their new speaker, which has a huge rubber handle at the top, giant buttons so that you can never miss, turn it on. And then this whole thing is just surround sound audio. The beauty of Tribit and most of their gear is that they are waterproof, and if you have multiple, you can pair them for like stereo sound setup, which is pretty cool. And just having this hook so you can take it to the beach, take it to the park, just take it with you, hang it onto the bag with a carabiner. It's just a nice speaker to have, and especially since it's waterproof, you don't have to worry about having it in the rain or just tossing it around. These are pretty heavy duty rubber sole bottom so it doesn't slide around. Looking forward to enjoying the summer outdoors with a few of these. Speaking of summer, I picked up this, the Sony Rayon Pocket 2. So this is the second version. They released one last year, but they are exclusive to Japan. So I don't recommend you buy this because to even use this, you need the app, which is only available on the App Store in Japan, which I had to change my country on my phone and everything to be able to download that. So a very tedious process, and I don't recommend it, especially when they update the app. You gotta go and do all that. So if you manage to get your hands on this by accident or somehow, I don't know, this is a personal AC unit. On the back side here, it's got this whole plate which turns really cold, and you stick it onto the back of your neck here. Once it cools that area, your whole body has a sensation of being cooled. This is the neck clip, which goes around your neck and just keeps it in place there. They also have special t-shirts, which you can just slide this into a pocket on a t-shirt, so the neck clips seem kind of more universal. You can do it with whatever you wanted to wear, and it actually does really well staying on. It's like a pair of glasses, but for your neck. And yeah, I've tested it for a bit indoors. I haven't gone outside. It just got warm now, and it actually works. It's weird. The whole setup process of it was a little frustrating because it's Japan only, but once you get it all in, if you want to stay cool for a few hours and you have money to spend, the Sony Rayon Pocket 2. I don't recommend it, not because it's not good, but just because of the frustrating setup process to even get it up and going, because it is a Japan-based product only. Next, I finally got my hands on the Anker MagSafe battery. And yes, it is as good as everyone says. It's not the biggest capacity, but in terms of ease of use and usability, the MagSafe with a MagSafe case or the bare phone, just like that, turn it on, and it starts charging. It's not the thinnest battery, but it's definitely the best looking one. It's got that sleek, just rectangular look, simple branding on the front, all Blackout design. And honestly, like, the fact that it just works is the key to the whole wireless battery craze that we're having with MagSafe. A just-in-case battery, which is why you don't need a huge capacity for it, nor would I want to hold this on all day trying to charge it up at 7.5 watts. Bam, ready to go. This is going to be the last one for this episode. If you're a fan of Hong Kong or have been there and visited and love TVB series as much as I do, you'll recognize this. This is the taxi sign on top of all their red taxi cabs. It's from the Apartment Studio, these two photographers based in Hong Kong who are originally from Canada, Victor and Sammy. They sell a bunch of their art in poster form, but they also started selling these. You plug this in through USB, and it does have a controller, but you can change lighting. But to show you how it looks, that's cool. So you can dim it, make it brighter, change to red or white, depending if your taxi is occupied or not. Just a cool desk piece. Again, part of a new desk setup video I might have to show off some pretty cool accessories. That's all I'll do for this episode, just due to time constraints, but I do have a bunch more for the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's it. I rest my light strips.